Welcome to Mystical Monday, where truth wears stardust and wisdom arrives on whispers. I'm Mary Walker, author of the Beyond the Veil series, and today we travel into the in-between spaces, where endings are beginnings in disguise and the soul sheds its illusions like an old skin. Picture this. The world is quiet. The morning sun hesitates on the edge of the horizon, and time itself seems to hold its breath. You're standing at the threshold of something you can't name, but your spirit remembers. You've felt this before, a pause before the leap, a stillness before the song. In that silence, a gentle truth begins to rise, soft but steady, a voice not of grandeur, but of the quiet power found in the most sacred spaces. It speaks of growth, not through loud proclamations, but through whispers of the soul. This is the journey of becoming, of shedding old skins and stepping into new light. Today's story is titled, Not Broken, Just Becoming. As I laid in the quiet stillness of my home, the hum of the silence wrapping around me like a familiar blanket, my thoughts whispered what they've whispered for weeks now. Okay, here we are again. Another day in this place. Another sunrise over the same roof. Sometimes I convince myself that when I open my eyes, the world around me will be different. Maybe the sky will shift colors, or the air will carry a new frequency. Something, anything to let me know it's time. Time for the struggle to lift. Time for the pressure to ease. Time for the new life to begin. Every time I step outside to walk tank, I scan the skies, the trees, even the pavement, looking for the signs. Signs that today is the day of divine time. The day that whispers through the wind. It begins now, Alexis. The mission, the movement, the gathering of your soul tribe, the family of people who speak my language without words, who feel the vibration of truth like I do. Because, let's be honest, most days I walk around feeling like I've got 12 heads. People look at me like I'm a galactic explorer with no map, babbling about energy, visions, and timelines like it's normal. And all I can say is, laugh now, but one day you'll see I wasn't wrong. I was just early. And being early is heavy. The burden of being ahead of your time is real. You walk alone a lot. You cry in silence. You battle doubts that only your soul understands. And the hardest part, I'm not even sharing most of this with anyone, because the ones who truly love me, I won't burden them. They don't need to carry the weight of what I'm going through. And those who wished for my failure in secret, they don't get the satisfaction of knowing they chipped away at me. Because yes, there's a little truth in both. I am a little stressed. I am frustrated, but not for the reasons they might think. You see, I know why I lost everything this time. It wasn't punishment. It was preparation. I don't miss the material things, not really. What I miss is the illusion it gave me, the escape hatch. A job and a car would have been my way out. I could have saved up, driven away, maybe even lived out of the car for a while just to get away. But then I wouldn't have seen people's true motives. I wouldn't have learned who was really for me and who was just pretending. I would have repeated old cycles rooted in codependency, born from the very family bonds I spent my life tangled in. If I'd run, I would have gone right back. I might have turned my back on the call that's been placed over my life since the beginning. And I never would have stepped into my strength. I never would have written my book. I never would have launched my YouTube channel. I never would have taken the leap because fear would have kept me whispering, "What will they think?" And back then, I listened to those whispers. I gave too many people rent-free space in my mind. But that's on me. And I needed time to see that. I needed silence, isolation, emptiness, not as punishment, but as a classroom. These are lessons no one else could have taught me. I had to learn them the hard way, the divine way. I had to look around at the world that didn't reflect my worth back to me and decide to see it anyway. This time alone, it gave me back me. It reminded me of the power of my intuition, the strength of my spirit team, and the constant presence of my ancestors. It showed me that the voice within, that still small voice, has never failed me. Not once. And now, I trust it with everything. Even when the world outside makes no sense, I know how to tap into the only peace that matters, the peace no man can understand. So, if you're in your own waiting room right now, if your eyes keep opening to the same ceiling and you're wondering when the shift will happen, just know it already is. Sometimes the transformation comes quietly, like a seed pushing through soil. And sometimes the isolation isn't punishment. It's a womb, a place where your true self is being reborn. Wait for the signs, but more importantly, become one. Because the day is coming when you'll rise, not just as a survivor, but as a leader. And when that day comes, you'll understand everything.